What? Cracking my silly desus? No. No. Anyway, I'm Rido, and welcome back to another trip on the Rido roller coaster. Today, and I'm going to be looking at the animes which are coming out in this next series. I will not be including currently airing ones which were continuations. I'm going to be doing the normal TV animes, obviously. So let's all buckle up on this Rido roller coaster and let's do it. So first we have Sword Art Online Alicization. I think I'm doing that. So this is going to be the third season of Sword Art Online. A lot of us have been waiting a long while, and a lot of us have been dreading this for a long while. Ever since Season 2 finished, people have said, God, Season 3 is going to come out. Ordinal Scale came along and confirmed the fact. And a lot of people are like, no, not another season. Well, I'm up for it. I'm absolutely up for it. I still find enjoyment out of Sword Art Online. I know for some it will be very hard to believe that. But going to be a 4-core series, which means it's going to have... it's going to be about 50 episodes, and so it's going to be very long, and so that means we're going to be getting a lot of Sword Art Online, which I'm happy for, and it gives them time to improve and do bits they need to do to make it great, at least try to be. So summary goes on like this. Where am I? Before he knew it, Kirito has made a full dive into an epic fantasy-like virtual world like every season. With only a murky recollection of what happened right before he logged in, he starts to wander around searching for clues. He comes upon an enormous pitch-dark tree, the Ginga San, where he encounters a boy. My name is Hugo. Nice to meet you, Kirito. Before he is supposedly a resident of the virtual world, an NPC. The boy shows the same array of emotions as any other human being. As Kirito bonds with Hugo, he continues to search for a way out to log out of this world. Meanwhile, he remembers through the mountains with Hugo as a child, a memory that he should not have in the first place. And in this memory, he sees someone other than Hugo. A young blonde-haired girl. Her name is Alice, and a name which must never be forgotten. So I'm interested to see what this is going to come from, and I've read a little bit of the actual light novel, not a lot, and so I'm excited to see where this goes. So, am I going to be watching this? Absolutely. I think I'd be a fool not to, just for the memes which come from it, if not anything else. It's definitely one we have to see. So the next one is a manga I've been wanting to read, and I think it's a light novel as well, and that is Goblin Slayer. And I'm not really familiar with Goblin Slayer like some people might be. So, it's an action fantasy. So it's done by White Fox, so the same people do Steins Gate and Akame Kill, and so they're a good company who are actually doing them, and because I think White Fox can do some really awesome animation. So the summary goes something like this: a young priestess has formed her first adventuring party, but almost immediately they find themselves in distress. It's the Goblin Slayer who comes to their rescue. A man who's dedicated his life to the extermination of all goblins, by any means necessary, and when rumours of his feats begin to circulate, there's no telling who might come calling next. So, I'm really excited to see where this can go. As a action fantasy, I'm not sure if it's going to be more of a... it doesn't look like it'll be a harem, and from the tags it's not gonna be, but I think it's gonna be a really nice maybe a dungeon crawler, and I'm really excited to see what it'll be like. So the next one I'm gonna be talking about is Tokyo Ghoul Saishu Shusho, which I think just means second season. I'm not quite sure. I'm not very good at Japanese that much, but so the second season of the final chapter of the Tokyo Ghoul RE. And so this is so if you didn't know, Tokyo Re only just actually finished that not long ago, and it was disappointing for me. Before if you might have known on a previous video, I said I hadn't even started Tokyo Ghoul before. Well, I finished it up to this point, and the anime is very disappointing in my opinion. That's why I picked up the manga recently and been reading a lot of that, and that is a lot better. And so I've been doing this, and so I'm seeing what they're doing with the second season, because Re's not too bad so far. It could be a lot better, but I think they are staying with the source material now, which is something Tokyo Ghoul has had a problem with. So the summary goes, 2 years have passed since the CCG's raid on Otaku. Although the atmosphere in Tokyo has changed drastically due to increased influence of the CCG ghouls, Quink Squad may provide the CCG with the unwanted residents as humans who have undergone surgery in order to make use of the special abilities of ghouls. They participate in operations to eradicate the dangerous creatures. The leader of this group, Heisei Sasuke, is a half-ghoul, half-human who has been trained by famed special class investigator Kishiro Arima. However, there's more to this young man than meets the eye as unknown memories claw in his mind, reminding him who. So it's the same summary as Season 2, so it haven't gave us any new information at that point. I'm definitely going to see it and see what's to come of it. I'm really excited to see what that is. And yeah, see what it's going to be like. So the next one I'm having to talk about, and I'm so excited for this, and that is the Fairy Tail 2018 anime. And oh boy, I've been looking forward to this anime for a while. And this is, in quotation marks, the final series of Fairy Tail. And I'm really excited to see this, and I think this has a lot of potential right here. Because the ending of the manga, I think all of us can agree who's read it, is very dissatisfactory. And so an anime is a chance to change and adapt and make it a little bit better. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can do with that right there and see if they can make it better. So I'm really looking forward to see what they can do with that. So the next one, I'm not going to go into much detail because I haven't actually seen it at all before, and that is Tuaru Majutsu no Index 3. So I think this is a certain magical index than Season 3. And I've read a little bit of the manga, and the manga is pretty good, I do agree. And so I'm going to try and watch this anime. It's an anime I want to watch for a long time, and I'm definitely going to have to check it out. Okay, so the next one is Tensei Shitara Slime Dakakin. Or I think it translates as When I Reincarnated as a Slime. And I've read a little bit of this manga, and it's an isekai. I'm definitely going to watch it. As you know, you might know I'm isekai trash, and I just love a good isekai. So it's done by 8-Bit Studios, which is a less familiar studio for me. But let's have a little read of the synopsis and see what we can gather from this. So, lonely 37-year-old Satoru Mikami is stuck in a dead-end job, unhappy with his mundane life. But after dying in the hands of a robber, he awakens to a fresh start in the fantasy world. As a slime monster, as he acclimates his goopy new existence, his exploits with the other monsters set off a chain of events that will change his new world forever. So, this is going to be a bit of a stupid one. So, I don't know if you can call it a dense harem protagonist when he's a slime. So it's going to be an interesting one, and I'm definitely going to check this one out. So the next one we've got here is Seishun Boto Yaru wa Bunny Girl Senpai no Yume no Minai. And this is an interesting one and a very strange one. So it's a comedy romance school anime, which sounds interesting for what the artwork looks like. So it's based on a light novel, like most of them these days. So there's a rumour about a mysterious phenomenon called puberty syndrome. For example, Sakuta Azukagawa, I'm not getting quoted, Azusagawa, I think I got that right, is a high school student who suddenly sees a bunny girl appear right in front of him. Every otaku's fetish, am I right? This girl is Mai Sakujima, Sakuta's upperclassman and also famous actress who has gone on a hiatus from the entertainment industry for some reason. The people around Mai do not see her bunny girl figure. Sakuta sets out to solve this mystery. As he spends time with Mai, he learns of her secret feelings. Other heroines who have puberty syndrome start appearing in front of Sakuta. So this is a very strange one and an interesting one, I think, and so I'm definitely going to check this out and see what it's like. Okay, so the next one I'm going to be talking to about is Kishuku Gaku no Juliet. And this is a one which I'm absolutely, and when I found out about this I thought it was so good. So, the story is, to love, to not to love. Julia Pasilla and Inzuka Romeo are arch enemies. They lead two high school dormitories, the Black Dogs and the White Cats, two rivaling countries. Both factions are dead set on defeating each other to gain control of the island that they have to share. Beneath the feuding exterior, however, Persia and Izuka long for love and peace for their relationship. So this is a Romeo and Juliet kind of anime, which I'm really interested to see. It's by Leiden Films, not a company I've heard of doing before, but I'm really excited to see this. And I'm a big fan of Romeo and Juliet. I like the story of it, so I think it's going to be pretty funny as a comedy. So yeah, I'm up for it. Okay, so the next one I probably am gonna see, and just because it's one of these. So that's Oli ga Suki Nano wa Imoto Dekete Imoto Janai. And with the word Imoto, you already know what it's going to be about. So Suzuka Nagami is a third-year middle school student who has excellent grades and the student council president. She wrote a novel about a little sister who dotes on her older brother, and the novel wins a light novel award. After they discuss the matter, Yu is the one who debuts as proxy light novel author instead of Sakusa, then under the pen name Chikai Towano. So it sounds like a very similar thing as Eromanga Sensei, and so I'm not sure what to think of this yet, but let's see how it goes. So the next one here is by Studio Lurch, and I hadn't seen them a while, so this looks like a fun little shonen right here, and that's called Radium, and this is based on a manga for a change actually. And it's Seth is an inspiring sorcerer from the Pompo Hills area. Like all wizards, he's infected, one of the few beings living in survived contact of the Nemesis. These creatures have fallen from the sky that contaminate and decimate all those they touch. His apparent immunity made him choose a path which seemed to him to be all the more appropriate to become a hunter and fight the Nemesis. But more than that, Seth wants to engage in a quest that goes beyond simple hunt for monsters. He wants to find the Radiant, presumed cradle. Surrounded by a faction of sorcerers, he travels the world in search of the Radiant under the terrible eye of the Inquisition. So I'm really excited to see what this is going to be about and what it can bring. So yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. So also we've got here is Golden Cowboy Season 2. Golden Cowboy is not, I can't really say much about it. I've watched a few episodes of the first season, really enjoyed it, and so I'm going to definitely check this next season out. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be talking about here is JoJo Part 5. I think everyone's excited for JoJo Part 5. You've got to love a bit of JoJo, and that's all I can say really, just JoJo. Also on here, surprisingly, even though it's already started airing, is Fully Coolly Alternative, and I've seen one episode so far, and it was very disappointing so far. I'm quite sad how disappointing it was, but it can still get better, and yeah, I'm still gonna finish it all and see what I thoughts on it. Got a nice controversy in my community about Fully Coolly at the moment. If you want to look on some of my latest comments, you can probably find out what. Okay, so the next one I'm going to be talking to you about is Merc Storia, Muliku Yoko Shonen to Binno Nakashoujo. So an action, adventure, fantasy magic by Encourage Films, another studio I haven't heard of. And it's a Merc Storia takes place in a world where humans and monsters coexist. The protagonist Yu is a healer, apprentice, and possesses the ability to tame monsters. In a quest to regain the memories of Merc, a girl confined to a bottle, the pair explores on a journey. I'm really excited to see what that's about. I don't really understand it, so it's going to be interesting to see what that's about. Okay, so here's another one. I think this is quite relatable. So this is Gaikotsu Shotenin Honda-san, and this is based on a manga. This comedy manga story centers on a skeleton named Honda who works in a bookstore. Hilarity ensues his daily work at the shop's manga counter. So I think that'll be really funny, so I'm going to see what that's going to be like. Okay, so this is an interesting one. It's called Ginga San no Yome, and it's a comedy fantasy, and it's on a 4-comma manga, so it's got to be a comedy, like I said, and by Saeta Studio, which I haven't heard of before. And the summary goes as this: Hinawata Tomari is a normal high schooler until one day he's told that he has to become the wife of a mysterious creature called a Kanagoni, and this is the start of their new married life. So I don't know what it's going to be like, and so I'm really excited to see what this is going to be. It sounds just one of the stupid things I'll watch, and yes, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. So here's one which is based on a game which is probably the first actual proper harem I've seen so far. And it says, the story of a game revolves around Isuki Yuge, a high school student who finds out the day of his graduation ceremony that his cousin and childhood friend Mahiro is pregnant. Immediately after, Isuki and Mahiro are taken to a magical world called Granvania, which is currently being invaded by monsters. The only way to fight and exercise the monsters are the Star Children, and the Star Children can be only produced by the 12 Shine Maidens of the constellations. In order to defeat the monsters and return to his own world, Isuki must father the Star Children with the Maidens. So it's basically about a boy becoming a father to all these girls. So it sounds like my kind of thing, and I'm definitely going to check it out. So, yeah, they're the things that I'm probably going to be watching. I will be watching some others probably as time goes on and I hear stuff about them. But they're probably going to be the main ones of the season I'm going to check out just by their look of their names. They sound pretty cool. And some really cool stuff this season. I think it's not as good as previous seasons because we had like Boku no Hero Academia and Attack on Titan Season 3 in these latest series. And we had Steins Gate as well, which is great so far, coming to an end. And so I'm really excited to see your thoughts on this and what you think. What are you going to be watching in this next season? I'm really interested to see what you're watching in this next season. So as always, make sure to demolish that like and subscribe button down below. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next trip of the Radium roller coaster. See you guys, Rito out.